my name's Lino Grigio Beats, and today we're going to be going over 808s, the heart and soul of any hip hop or trap song out there. These are just going to be a little basic things that I think all levels of producers should probably know, and we'll just go ahead and get started. So if you look at my Ableton Live session, we have I put together this little clip, and I'll just play it for you. So you get the idea there. So the first thing you're going to want to do is load up a simpler and then put in your 808 of choice. You have to sound match it to something that will actually fit the song nicely, first and foremost. Then you're going to want to come to the voices and put it to 1. That just makes it mono, and any bass it has to be mono. It's just the rule of thumb there. And you can adjust the volume. I think negative 12 dB is a good starting point, and then you can adjust it as you go along. You can go to controls, and here you have the ADSR where you can adjust it. So if say I want the attack to kind of swoop in, I can extend that, whereas here it's a sharp attack. So that takes a little bit longer to do that. And then you can adjust the tail. So if you want it to cut out right away after you let go, or do you want it to ring out a little bit, that's what you can do. And then you can shape the body of it. So say you want like a short punchy one, you do this as a quick attack, and then this you kind of make down like that, and you adjust it as so. I'll play on a higher octave just so you can hear better. See, as I adjust that, it extends the length of it. But I like the sample the way it is, so I'm just going to keep it like this. Yeah, that should be good. But you would adjust it according to the song or the feel of it. Here we have the filter. So a trick that I like to do here is kind of put a sharp resonance point like this around this area. And it gives it that spins 808 kind of sound. So I'll let you listen. See, that sounds pretty dope without. Now with, again. So it's just something, it doesn't have to be used for every song, but I like to use it sometimes. I think it gives it a nice feel. The 808 I have now is actually pretty nice, so I'm going to keep it like that. So basically, when we're drawing in the notes, we want to start at a higher octave so you can hear it better with the sample, and then you can go from there, bring it down to the level where it can be heard on, it can have a lot of boom to it and be heard on smaller speakers and things like that. So I'm in C minor, so we're going to be following the C minor scale. And basically all you need to know is that this bass drum is another melody element. So you would listen to your original melody with the other instruments and see what kind of melody can be played in as the bass line. And that's a good rule of thumb to go up based off of. So a good trick to do is to do, it doesn't work for every song, but for the majority of songs, I'll tell you, this pattern right here, it works a lot of the time, and you can hear a lot of professionals doing that. So I really recommend you do that for songs, or at least try it out to begin with. But I don't think I want to do that. I think I want to do something like this first. So and then I think I can hear it dropping to here. Do something like that. Turn up the velocities too so it sounds a lot better. And don't worry guys, we'll be dropping it down. It'll sound more like a bass after this. And another rule of thumb is that these downbeats over here, you want to kind of lead into them sometimes. You don't always have to do that, but it is a good rule of thumb. So for example, I hear a little duh before this strong beat over here, so I could add in something like and then you're gonna want to go and repeat it, and then you can change up this area here to just give a little transition again, and we'll play with the velocities. So let's hear what we have. So these notes were too low, so maybe put that there. So even still, I don't like that, so we'll put it onto this one. So it's just a lot of trial and error, and just, if it sounds right to your ear, then it's right. So now we can drop it after we have a nice little progression. So that's for writing them in, and then you would layer a kick underneath them, like exactly where they are, or you can leave some spots like maybe the transitional notes before the downbeat as in just the 808. It's really just personal preference. You can do whatever you want. You can even drop this an octave. I don't know if this will sound good, but you know, it won't sound good because it's below the sample. So yeah, I think we'll keep it up here. And then another thing that we can talk about too is glides. So you'd come over to the control section, put glide on there, and then you can adjust the time to whatever you want. So now it does this, or so it glides up or it can glide down. And so yeah, we'll just see where we can put some glides here. So I'm hearing something here. So you would just put it underneath the note where you want to start gliding. So somewhere there. And again, for the sake of time, I'll just leave it blank, leave it like that for now. And you guys just play around. It's all about feel, like feel the music and just go with it like that. So I'll play it all together now. And the last tip I want to give to you guys is that always tune your 808s. You may not be, an untrained ear may not be able to hear it, but the trained ears can. And not only that, it just makes it sound more complete. Like if you had an out of tune piano, it wouldn't sound that good. And so just think about the 808 is another instrument like everything else, so it has to be in tune with everything. So that's it for today, guys. I hope you learned a little something from this tutorial. I tried to keep it short and sweet just to get down the basics. I will be going into more depth about it later on in the channel, but for now, this is a good basis to go off of. And guys, if it sounds right to your ear, then it probably is good. Just go with the feeling of the track. Remember, it's a melody like any other instrument, so just think of it like that. Try to play around with it in your head of like what would sound good. Listen to professional music because you can get a nice basis off of that and see what they're doing. Try to like focus in on that one instrument that you want to duplicate, and you'll get good results. Like one thing I learned about music is that the proof is in the pudding. If you follow step by step the things that professionals do, you can actually get some good music out there, and you get better at it as the further along that you go. So yeah, please like and subscribe. Leave a comment if you have any videos that you want me to do. And yeah, that's it for today. Thank you very much.